This time around, we're gonna look at some basic crafting in Path of Exile. And we're going to use Orb of Transmutation, Orb of Alteration, and Orb of Augmentation. And we're going to be crafting on a leather belt, which has an implicit. So it's a white item, but it has an implicit, which gives us life. And as I said in my previous video, for the sake of the campaign, this life or this implicit will not change. It will stay the same. So the first thing you want to do is to make this item magic. And you do that by using an Orb of Transmutation. So you just right click the Orb of Transmutation and left click the belt. And we made it magic. So we added 2 mods, or affixes as they're called in Path of Exile. So if you hold down Alt, you can see that we have the increased flask mana recovery rate is a prefix, and the fire resistance is a suffix. There's a difference between these two. So a prefix has its own pool of mods you can get, while a suffix has a different pool of mods. So resistance, for instance, is a suffix, and life is a prefix. And what we want here is to get a belt which has life and maybe even some resistance. And a magic item can have a maximum of 2 additional mods. So this one, so with this item, we can't get any more mods, but we can re-roll the mods. If we use an Orb of Alteration, it would change the mods. So now we're going to use Orb of Alteration till we get a life roll, and preferably above 20 and closer to 30. For maximum life, not what we're looking for. Let's see if we can get. So here we got 15 lightning resistance, and resistance is really good to have. But as you can see, we only have one mod. We have a suffix, which is a resistance mod. What we can do now is use an Orb of Augmentation, and we will fill in the missing prefix. This goes also if your item get a prefix, you can fill in a missing suffix with an Orb of Augmentation. So just left click, and we got maximum mana, which we don't want. So we're just gonna keep rolling. So if you hold down Shift and left click, you can click multiple times instead of having to right click each time. Yeah, so we got life and we got some regen. The regen isn't all that great, but I'm basically just looking for the life mod in Act 1. So I will probably keep this belt and use it till I get a better belt. Something to take into consideration, and I'm not going to get too technical here, but if you hold on Alt on your item, you can see at the top there that it says item level. So this one is item level 15, and that's pretty low. If you have the choice between crafting on an item level 15 or let's say item level 30, you want to craft on the one with the item level 30 because it has the chance of getting higher mods. So the higher item level, the better mods you can get. So as you can see here behind prefix, it says tier 9, and behind the suffix it says tier 9, which is, yeah, it's pretty low. The best tier is tier 1, but you can't get that on an item with this low item level. So just remember that. If you have 2 identical belts, craft on the one with the highest item level. As a general rule. Good luck out there.